morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, Rise Up Show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I hope you're feeling good this morning. I am feeling good this morning. I'm feeling good for lots of different reasons. It is Friday. It is the end of the week. It is the wrap up for the week where we get together and we celebrate our successes. I hope that you are ready to celebrate some of your successes with us this morning. So please pop in the comments what you are celebrating this week. There's lots to celebrate here at HQ. Today in general, but certainly having had the week that we have had as a team, as a community, I just want to say, hey, to everybody, if you're watching along this morning, or indeed you are watching on the replay, let me know if you are there. Please do comment along. I was hoping that we were going to be joined this morning by the incredible Sarah Oakley from the Brave Bird Club. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that she'll join us at some point. If she doesn't, we will get her on the show another time because I want to tell you about her. She's amazing. But in the meantime, I want you to go to the Instagram and go and follow the Brave Bird Club. We'll find out a little bit more about what they're doing. I've actually got my pants on the outside of my pants this morning. I've got my Brave Bird pants. I feel like Superman, Superwoman, super person, superhuman. But I don't want to show you until I don't want to show you my pants. Oh, she's there. I can see her in the backstage area. Fantastic. All right. So just while I'm gathering the masses this morning, I want to find out what you are celebrating. So come on, get in the comments. Let me know what has been wins for you this week. What have been wins for you this week? So wins for me. And I'm doing dead big smiling because I'm dead excited. The last 72 hours have been a little bit of a whirlwind. So I've been down in Cambridge with the glorious Inga Hunter and the Clue Content Creation Agency. We have spent 2 days in different venues through Cambridge, a million different outfits. If you've been watching along my Instagram stories, I've been a veritable model for the past few days, treating myself to Primark and New Look's very best in attire and apparel. I got an ice cube then. And actually managed to pull together some pretty cool looks. The word fit in terms of an abbreviation for outfit, I've decided that we're just not going to make happen. It's like fetch was never going to happen. I don't think I want to make fit as a word for an outfit, I think. Although I keep gravitating towards it now, and it's one of those. But good morning, everybody. If you are watching along, come and say hey. Come and tell me what your wins are. So the wins are that the 2 days have been spent building layer on layer of video footage, graphic footage, content, so that when the 1st of April comes, so all this is going to go away and be edited by the editing team. And then when the 1st of April comes, the next 3 months content in accordance with all of our marketing, the things that we're selling, our like kind of values message, our heart message, it's all going to be mapped out and done. So I don't have to think about it anymore, which is amazing. So that's what I'm celebrating. What are you celebrating? Jen, you are celebrating 2 speaking gigs confirmed. Radio show is gaining traction, been approached by different stations to join them. Amazing. And your radio station is absolutely fab. I want to come on. I mean, I can talk about drum and bass. Well, it's a wellness show, isn't it? It's a wellness show that you've got. Carla Wiggins, a small win. I've finally started to find an art style I like for my work. That I know is a fantastic win. So huge congratulations to you. Heidi Maver, let's all just take a second and put your hands in the air, round of applause, all of the good vibes to one of the founding members of our community, one of my very best friends in the world, the incredible Heidi Maver, whose little book, Your Child Is Not Broken, which a copy is like in my hands all the time at the moment, is just doing phenomenally well. And I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. I know you went to an event last night, and it was you were with the movers and shakers in the publishing industry. We are all just, Heidi, all of us are so proud of you. If you haven't already got yourself a copy of Your Child Is Not Broken, please go to Amazon, go and grab a copy of it. Now, it is going to change the game for so many people's families, and so many kids, and so many learning practitioners as well. So if you're a learning practitioner, know a learning practitioner, if you've got kids, if you look after kids, if you have kids in your life, if you want to do a little bit of reading, there might be a little bit of self-reflection as well, go and get Heidi's book. It is absolutely fantastic. Joe Wilson, good morning to you. I'm finally getting a camera in my knee. Oh wow, okay, and get a proper fix so I'll be unstoppable again. I love it. You and Russell Brand are now like this. Yes, fantastic. Get you to come to be inspired. Without like celebrity mates. So we're celebrating lots as a community. We are celebrating so much this week, and it fills my heart up to see how much space you lot are taking up in the world, to see people being approached by, film companies and theatre companies to come and speak, seeing people create their podcasts, their radio shows, seeing people get booked for paid speaking work, seeing people being contracted in by big corporates to come and speak, seeing people take their little books into wider publishing circles, and for those books to be really taken notice of, as is right and proper. So we are a community of incredible people, and I've got one of those incredible people on the show this morning. We stumbled across each other, I think, on the Instagram, or on how these things happen. We kind of get introduced to each other through friends of friends. You know how it works. And then when you read into somebody's work a little bit more, you start to fall in love with them. And this is what happens a lot within our community. This is what happens a lot within the work that I do, that I have the absolute honor of meeting such a wide variety of people doing phenomenal work in different spaces. And my guest this morning is doing just that in one of the best ways, via knickers. So this morning, please welcome to the show, Rise Up Show, the very glorious Sarah Oakley. Good morning.
Hello.
We made it.
I know.
Made it. It took us a couple of goes, but we managed it, Sarah. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I've been hearing so many things that I love already this morning. First of all, drum and bass. I love drum and bass. Who's this? Is this
so we've got Jennifer McKenzie on Into Beats Radio.
Okay.
Has a wellness show, but the music that they play often is sort of drum and bass. They've got the beats happening over there. Wow. So yeah, it's a music show with a message.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of drum and bass, we're having a rave. I love it.
My alarm.
Sarah, I'm a raver these days. I found myself into a rave. I'm going to a Mardi Gras next week, so I'm here for all of the dancing and the bops.
I'm going dancing on Saturday night, actually.
Are you really?
But my husband used to manage, I don't know if you know them, Pendulum.
Oh yeah.
Taste and Status. Yeah.
Nice.
So we're proper drum and bass fans.
You're into it. You're into it. So as a part of going to these raves, as seen as though I am now a raver, I've been considering my apparel, I've been considering my outfits, and there is a certain look at the minute that I'm trying to find the right space for, and it is the pants over my pants look that I'm sporting this morning. I'm wearing your knickers this morning, Sarah, is what's happening. I am wearing your knickers. Can you please share with our lovely community, why am I wearing your knickers this morning?
First of all, lots of people have worn my knickers, and it always sounds really odd. But basically, I created Brave Bird Pants, which are pants to inspire women to be well through the harder times in life, and also to fundraise for the domestic abuse charity My Sister's House. So when people say they're wearing my knickers, they're not actually wearing my knickers.
They're wearing, they're wearing these knickers.
Yay! I got mine on too.
Look, I've got them on the outside. I was kind of feeling a little bit superhuman today. You've got another style, so we've got our Brave Bird knickers on this morning. So tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us a little bit about the Brave Bird Club.
I'd love to. Thank you. Thanks for having me on as well. When you said
you're-
it's an honour to have you on, I'm like, this is so exciting for me to come on and chat to you and get to know you more and get to know your community, because I think we share a lot in common, and that is bravery. And I think a lot of people that are coming to connect with you or connect with me is a result of them having quite challenging situations in their life, and as a result, having to find their brave and ultimately find the real you and the real me and share it with everybody. So these pants are really, they were born out of that. They're born out of tough times for me personally and observing it in other people and wondering, well, what is it that can change your life around? What is it that can open a new door or walk in a different direction or just start afresh and find, your bravery and your, love for yourself and to feel worthy. And they actually, the reason they actually came about is my best friend was in an abusive relationship for 8 years. And at that time, we were barred from contacting each other. And every time I sent her a text, I'd just be like, oh my God, is this person going to pick it up? And it will have dire consequences. So it's just a horrible situation. And we meet up in secret, but I guess a lot of people who've been that or witnessed it, when I'd see my friend, it was like the light in her eyes had gone, like the spark that was so beautiful about her. And she's such a sparky, confident, hilarious person, had just gone. And it was just, it's heartbreaking. So that situation I was going through quite a rough time myself. And just knowing someone's in pain and you're in pain, you find a connection. And so it gets better. I live in Mallorca now, and I was sat out on my terrace and she sent me a message, and in the message it said, I need to leave him, but I don't know how. And as soon as it came, I could just feel something had shifted, and she meant it. And so I said to her, well, what would you say to your own best friend? And she said to put my brave pants on and crack on with it. And long story short, that's what she did. It wasn't easy, but she turned her life around. And I'm just so immensely proud of her. Even to think about this now, I get quite emotional.
I'm gone.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. What having experienced a similar situation myself, being that friend, being the person on the sort of the receiving end of that love and that space being held is so important. I think it's very difficult when you see somebody that's experiencing something like domestic abuse. It's quite difficult as a friend to not just say, well, just leave. Just why don't you just get out? Because it isn't as simple as that. And being that vivacious friend, that funny friend, that articulate friend, that intelligent friend that has experienced that, the amount of shame and the amount of disassociation that you create from your situation and then the outside world, it's real. That kind of, when you're saying about that dead behind the eyes feel, when you're talking about that relationship, it's like you disassociate from it. It's like it's almost not happening to you, but it is happening to you in a different spot. So when a friend's speaking to you about it, it's hard to connect. So when you get that message saying, I'm ready to leave, that person is ready to, that shift has happened and they've become closer to themselves again. And that's such a brave situation to be in, where you've decided, you've made that decision. And I just really felt, for you and for your friend to that's so pivotal, that moment. And then what happens next is really important. And I think, putting your brave pants on is definitely one of those things.
I think, and also you'll recognize what happens next isn't easy. What happens next is messy.
Yeah.
And it's done, in a really, it's difficult. And that's why it's so brave.
Yeah.
And that's why, the pants donate to this charity, just because that's the reason they were born. And there are so many women out here going through that. And if that's one time in your life you need to be really brave, then it's that. But I've seen it's possible. It's like you said with that friend thing, I think that's true of any friend going through a really difficult situation, how you sit with them and you be with them at where they're at.
Yeah. I think it's really hard.
For years, just leave him. Of course, I wanted her to leave him. Just leave. No,
come and live with me. Come and stay with me. Like my friends started to leave. Because they couldn't see me doing what it was that I was doing. And then one by one, and it ended up being, I was in a really, really lonely spot. You know, my sister and my mum couldn't watch what it was that I was putting myself through. And people do. So to have friends that holding space for somebody that's experiencing this is so important. So I'm not going anywhere. And like, I get it. And of course it's frustrating for me to see this happening to you, but I'm not going anywhere. I think it's the most important thing that you can do for anybody. And thank you for being that person for your friend.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
amazing.
She
was there for me too, you know, like maybe I gave that to her, but I get back when you make that connection. Yeah, she's been there for me too. So
we hold space for each other, and that's why often we find ourselves in these communities where we do gravitate towards each other, because we know that that's what we need. We don't need somebody to come in and fix it all for us, because it might not be fixable. But do you know what I love, Sarah? I love that these are knickers, right? And I love the concept of brave pants. Like, put your brave pants on, or your big girl pants, your big boy pants, your big person pants, whatever they are. But say, for example, you're experiencing something like this and you were to receive some brave pants, right? Mm-hmm. That's something that's really unobtrusive. You wouldn't have to explain that to anyone. But for me, like, I reckon, I got all tangled up in my wire. Wearing these, knowing that I've got these on, actually underneath my clothes, actually, like, there's something subconscious going on there where I just feel a little bit braver, you know? Like, I just think the message behind them, because I ordered some. You're coming to be inspired, right?
Yes, I want to talk more about that. Yeah.
and when you said you were coming to be inspired, and we talked, you were telling me more about what it is, and I fell in love with your mission and what it is that you're doing. And of course, it's so intrinsically aligned with everything that we do at the Fly Anyway Foundation. And he was like, I'll send you some pants. I'm like, no, I'm buying some pants. I want to buy some pants. I want to wear these pants. I'm like, I'm excited to sort of have them on. And thank you for that work that you're doing, and to bring these conversations to the forefront.
Yeah.
Tell us. Go on. No.
You think, say, like, for me, you saying that is just amazing, because I had that vision when they were created of women in the morning looking in their underwear drawer and being like, today it's you. Looking out those pants. And then, you know, in my DMs, I get amazing messages of women doing all kinds of things, wearing them, going into hospital, or having a presentation, or a difficult family situation, right. Or just, you know, on that day, those are the knickers that supported them. So it's my plan was, because they were born out of love, is that, I mean, I'm quite a spiritual person, there's energy in them, and everyone who puts them on, it's like, it's a community of women all supporting each other and all wanting the best for each other is included. So it's not just a physical pant, it's you know, it's the energy behind that.
It's
so the fact that you feel that is, you know, a dream come true for me. So thanks.
It just feels like it's going through the knicker drawing is like, you're the pants for today. Like, I need these. Alex is just asking, are there any plans to do some boxers? Are there any plans to expand on the line? Because I know that there are loads of people, particularly in this community, that definitely will be on the market for some brave ass pants.
Yeah, definitely. That is the plan. I mean, I started in April last year.
This is new, brand new, isn't it?
And it's, for anyone who's doing a small business will know, like, the first couple of years, it's difficult. Yeah, and I've got to reach a financial point before I can expand and do another range. But yes, absolutely, boxers and kids, I'd love to be out there for people.
And there's like, I'm trying to sell everybody knickers now, but they're really great quality as well. Like, they're really soft, and they're band on it for anybody that's like got sensory things going on and that doesn't like sort of tight bands or scratchy elastic and things like that. They feel really, really soft. Like, the seams are really soft as well. So anyone who's like kind of got any sensory things going on, I think that you're pretty safe with these. There's I
spent a long time getting them right. Because I've got really sensitive skin. Like, I can't wear certain bras because they just make me really itch.
Right.
And I also had this philosophy, like, no one wants a wedgie when they're being brave.
Nobody wants a wedgie when they're being brave. You can't stop in the middle of being brave just to pull
Pull out
Pull it
your
out
wedge.
your bum. But yeah, that's what, like, one of the things that I noticed, which, the seams are really soft and the waistband's really, like, even though it's elasticated and you've got the kind of the print going on, it's all really, really soft and super, super comfy. So, and a donation goes to this incredible, phenomenal charity based in Wales. Is that right?
Bognor Regis.
Bognor
They've
Regis,
got a
sorry.
centre in Bognor Regis and in Chichester.
And so a portion of the money goes directly to a grassroots service provision for people who are experiencing domestic abuse at point of crisis. So, I mean, it's so good in so many ways and so many layers. And you lot that are coming to be inspired, we are 30 tickets away from being sold out. You lot, you're going to want to be there. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're so excited. But Sarah, you're coming to be inspired. You're flying over.
Yes. I know I've got to think what to put up in my booth. I've
You've
got to think how to dress the booth.
With loads of knickers, with loads of pants all over, just loads of pants. So Sarah is going to be bringing the Brave Bird Club to be inspired. Yeah. She's going to have an exhibition space there. You're going to be able to have a conversation with Sarah, talk to her about her work, talk to her about the pants themselves, get some pants, I hope. And then you can, we can do, I can just see, because there's going to be some phenomenal exhibitors there. We've got Clue Content Creation Agency that are going to be there as well with their videographers. Our videographers are going to be there. I think it would be really cool to get as many people as possible getting a hold of a pair of pants on the day, and let's get some pictures with our brave pants on. So if anyone's up for that, let me know, and we'll orchestrate some time as part of Be Inspired.
That would be awesome.
I think getting the pants on the outside, getting that superhuman thing going on, like, I'm definitely digging it. I just wish my chair was higher so I could just like keep showing off my pants today.
I know you get this kind of square space. You need a bit longer.
Yeah, a bit more just to get me knickers in. So if people do want to get hold of a pair of brave pants,
yes,
Sarah, how do they get hold of them?
Well, I'm on all the socials as we all are, aren't we? Trying to, I can't keep up. At Brave Bird Club, or the website's bravebird.club.
bravebird.club or Brave Bird Club over on Insta. If you do grab yourself a pair of the pants, please do tag us at the Brave Bird Club and at the Queen Bee Danny in your stories if you get hold of some. I'm going to be shooting some stuff today.
Here's a good suggestion. If you've got a partner and they've said, what can I get you for Valentine's? If you get your orders in now, they'll be
get them in
time.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So instead of the sexy lingerie, actually some pants that do some good in the world and pants that feel good at the same time. Yeah. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be speaking more.
I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I'm really excited to see your content of you in the bee going out into town.
Oh man, honestly,
I could not do that. There's no way I could. I thought that was awesome. I can't wait.
Sarah, so we did the shoot, and they, as you may know, I have lots of different costumes for lots of different reasons. All of them are stage based. So I have this big bee. And we went out into the streets of Cambridge Marketplace with my loudspeaker, giving out chufty badges, and being filmed doing so. And the looks that I got, like, Cambridge is quite posh, right? The looks that I got from these very posh people, and this northern bird sounding like Peter Kay, shouting, "Who wants a chufty badge?" That bloody thing. What else did they have me doing? I had my roller skates. They had me skating down a bloody gravel path. I've bruised my hands. I don't know if anyone can see, but my hands are all bruised up because I fell. So there's going to be some brilliant content coming out. Okay. I can't wait for everyone to see all that daftness. But more importantly, I cannot wait to see you at Be Inspired with us. I will be sporting my pants on the day as well. I'll make sure they're washed before then. But Sarah, thank you for creating something so beautiful. Thank you for being that friend. And thank you for being with us today on the show. I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you too and meet more faces. glasses. It'll be so fun.
Thank you, Sarah. Right. So that was Sarah Oakley of the Brave Bird Club. Please go and check them out. The story is fantastic. What the work that they do is even more fantastic. For those of you that are watching along that are looking for more in terms of the lines, they are in the offing. I can't believe that Sarah's created this just from April last year, and the amount of work that's gone into this product now as the product line grows. I can only imagine. But please do get behind her and her phenomenal work. I know I am, and I can't wait to see Sarah at Be Inspired. I can't wait to see you at Be Inspired. If you have not got your ticket yet, go to imthequeenbee.co.uk. Go and grab your ticket. If you want to know more about exhibiting, so if you want to exhibit alongside the incredible Sarah Oakley and the Brave Bird Club, please drop me a DM. There's just a couple of expo spaces left where you can bring your business to our incredible audience, and we'll support you in doing so as well. So drop me a little DM if you want to know more about expo spaces. We can send you our corporate brochure so you can have a little squiz through that. There are just a couple of expo spaces left, and then we are done with that space as well. It has been a phenomenal success so far. Be Inspired. The speakers are off the shizzle. They are amazing. They are prepared. We've got our VIPs that we're going to be announcing. We've got speaker announcements happening over on our socials all the way through the next few weeks. So keep your peepers peeled there. And then next week, I think it's next week in the Hive, we've got Matt Elwell from the Elite Closing Academy is going to be doing a Hive takeover. So if you need some help with your sales, then you need to get yourself over to the Hive next week and see the content that's dropping in there. Lots of support happening next week, and hopefully supporting some of you to make some sales, both big and small. So I hope you are celebrating just as much as we are this week. I'm celebrating you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you to Sarah Oakley of the Brave Bird Club for joining us this morning. I'm feeling particularly brave today with my brave pants on. Have a beautiful weekend. Slide into the DMs of it. Tell it that it looks sexy. So do you. And I will see you on Monday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up. Take care.